Can you hear me, Faith?
All right. Hello and welcome to week 4. We are getting directly into picks and bans for Trash Pandas Odin versus the Djungelskogs Odin teams. We're getting directly into it right now. Sorry, this is Phoenix and I have Mr. House with me. Yes, sorry, Joe. So what happens is sometimes OBS has started to oops, I did not mean to hover Aries.
It's the ban Aries.
Let's just say this. This is the new layout. The only one that's using it right now is me because I have not given it to the other casters yet, but it will be implemented as soon as I finish up with it. This is kind of the prototype right now. We're testing it out, seeing if it works. Tiamat and Gilgamesh are banned out. Get those gods out of here. I think they're very strong and need to be banned.
Gilgamesh's team fight is just way too good to be allowed to play.
I agree. Gilgamesh is very, very, very good. And they have said, Eugene, you do not get to play the video game today. 2 completely targeted bans directly at Godsend. Not Olerin. Whoops. Odin.
Oh man, I saw that Olerin ban and I was like, that's spicy.
And instantly locked in.
Supernova
is a soul. For probably... Oh wait, Munchie's not playing.
What?
Huh. Well, that's interesting. So it appears that, as I say that, I'm sorry, actually, no, let me just focus.
Me booty is the best booty.
Time to hunt.
You shall not pass.
So my assumption is, so the actual team comps for this game, we have Taste of Defeat, Sequay, El Lopers, Quixote, and Juke Boots. So I am assuming that Sequay is going to be going mid for this game, I believe, and El Lopers is going to be playing ADC because I believe that is their roles. Juke Boots in the jungle, Taste of Defeat in support. So my entire roster is wrong. I apologize. I'm just going to hide it in shame. And the spicy... Oh, people can't see it yet.
Oh.
The spicy Hell lock-in from Reiku. I'm excited. I like to see Hell. That god is fun. Very annoying to fight, but it's very fun. Also, thank you, Scrappy, for the tier 1 subscription for 10 months. We appreciate you. We love you. Emir Bando.
I think Hell brings a lot of team fight presence. AoE heals, AoE damage. You think with the Emir ban that Fenrir is going support?
I'm not quite sure. It might.
I've been seeing a lot of Sobek solos in the Pro League, so maybe they would mimic that.
We haven't seen Sobek solo. Jingwei is banned out. I'm interested to see the Fenrir might. I do think the Sobek is probably going to be going to Godside and not to Bow, but it depends on what exactly they want to go for.
It doesn't seem like a very Bow pick.
I mean, I've seen him play it before. He's fragged on it before, but I don't know if Bo is necessarily liking playing it. That's for sure. And I do believe they are getting into the spiciness here.
There's no way
with the Cabrakan
Kraken
pickup
solo.
for the side of Skogs.
I love
Fafnir
gold.
locked in. Osiris is going to be hovered. We're going to see how it goes. And they are indeed going to lock in the Osiris. And what is... Oh, with a scream. What is going to be Skogs' last pick? I have no idea where anyone's going at this point.
I definitely think it's gonna be like an Apollo.
I could be.
Maybe an Artemis. Artemis recently got buffed with her traps cooldown. I think that she could be very good.
Okay. And we are still waiting on that pick, however. Yeah, I would be okay with an Artemis. I'd be okay with an Apollo might be okay. They're definitely taking their time to think about it for sure.
I got a hot take here. It's gonna be Sobek solo, Cabrakan jungle Fenrir support.
Well, we shall see when we get into game. However, we have the lock in.
Warriors, to battle!
On her has been locked in for Kano. Definitely going to be a good, strong pick for him.
I like the on her lock in. It goes well with the soul. If you can catch her before her separate goes off, you can kill soul. There's really no getaway.
Wait, I'm very confused. That is not the team comp that I thought they were going to go with.
Trash Pandas?
Yeah. So we have Taste of Defeat on the Soul, Sequoia on the Honors, El Lopers on the Osiris, Quixote on the Erlang Shen, and Juke Boots on the Fafnir.
So it's Juke Boot support. Most.
So I
likely
believe Juke Boot
Quixote
support,
jungle.
Quixote jungle, El Lopers solo, Sequoia mid, Tasted, and then Seth playing ADC.
It could be Erlang solo. I wouldn't like to see it. I don't think Erlang solo really thrives.
Well, we'll see it when we get into game. So, looking at the team comps right now as we're kind of waiting to get into game, if you will. Who do you have for... Oh, they forgot to switch, so they're making lobby.
Nice.
Lovely. So, all of that talk about that is not true. And unfortunately, when they remake lobby, I have to restart my game. So, it'll be a little bit of a second, but... I did notice that Sobek did pick up a tier 2 Book of Souls before they ended. Huge.
Tier 2 Book of Souls?
Yeah, tier 2 Book of Thoth.
Yeah, that.
I believe it is called Book of Souls, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I want to say it is. That's dumbfounded. Sobek picked that up?
Well, yeah, because they were ending anyway.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
why.
guess they're
Mhm.
trolling.
It is godsend trolling per usual. It happens.
We love to see it. We love to see it. Their bans, I think, are very interesting. Specifically on the Trash Panda side, it looks like they were targeting Kana and
They want to get rid of it. They want the easiest time in dual lane possible, I think, is what their bans look like.
That's what it's looking like to me.
Because they banned away the Ares, they banned away the Emoja.
Banned away the Chiron. I don't know. I don't see the Jingwei ban being that impactful. It's not like Jingwei has a specifically good matchup in the Soul. I guess just because Jingwei is pretty safe.
I would probably say that, yes.
And crit goes Burr. Jingwei is probably one of the best facilitators of crit in the Hunter role.
If I'm not mistaken, Kano does like the Jingwei, so that could possibly be it. And these teams are teams that seems to know each other pretty well. Back in spectating Godsend again. So we'll see how this game plays out. I mean, the Fafnir is definitely going to be interesting.
I definitely think the Fafnir is going to facilitate a lot between the Soul, Erlang, and Cyrus all being auto attack gods. It provides a lot of DPS on objectives between the coercion.
Your audio is cutting out just a little bit.
Mine is it maybe I'm speaking a little quiet or
That might be it. I think it's like it's not catching everything. Oh, it unqueued me from spectating. That's weird.
Persephone is still banned, right? For comp play.
Yes.
I'm aware.
It keeps on unqueuing me from spectating. I'm not quite sure why.
Maybe you restart again?
I restarted my game, yes. We're attempting to figure this out, people.
Technical difficulties.
As is tradition, technical difficulties are a thing, unfortunately. I do not have my technical difficulty screen up
Happens to the best of us.
quite yet, but those appear to be working now. We should be getting into game very soon.
You were asking about what I think about the team comp, who's favored.
Yeah, which draft do you like better?
I think that if the Trash Pandas could get an early lead, or at least like a single kill on this Erlang jungle, if it is Erlang jungle, I think that they can run away with the game. Soul snowballs really well, Erlang snowballs really well, Osiris snowballs really well. And then with their objective shred, they can just farm the objectives and team fights. But I think that if the Djungelskogs can hold out to like the 15-minute mark, I think that the team fight is just insurmountable at an even or ahead. Between the Hell Damage, the Kabrakan lockdown, the Sobek setup, the Fenrir burst and setup, and then just on her doing thing.
I'm interested to so the thing that I'm most interested to see is I'm interested to see Bo on the Kabrakan. I know that Bo is a very storied and a wonderful soul laner on the side of the Djungelskogs. And interested to see how he does in the Kabrakan. I don't think I've ever seen Bo play Kabrakan, to be honest. I'm sure he can play it, but I don't think I've ever personally seen it, but I think he'll do well. I do like the on her Sobek lane. I think Fender is a very, very strong pick in the jungle right now. Hell has been seeing a lot of hype, especially I have gotten a lot of messages from Reiku of the fact that I need to play Hell more. So we will definitely see how that goes. Who knows? Maybe we'll see her later today. Who knows?
Oh, interesting. I think that the Sobek on her lane just provides so much kill pressure, especially from like 5 pre against the Soul and the Fafnir. It just provides so much repositioning through the Sobek and then the on her damage out of this world. Kabrakan solo is really, I think it's fun. Because like you can kind of get away because of his passive being the 5% damage mitigation. You can go with being a little more damage, then you can just like blink into the back line and just one shot somebody. But Kabrakan can suffer from ganks pretty often, especially with like an Osiris. I think the one good thing Kabrakan has into it is his one makes him root and slow immune, which is kind of what Erlang and Osiris are all about. So good way to fend off ganks.
Oh, people keep on crashing. That's why.
More technical.
So they are currently kind of like stuck in lobby diff a little bit.
Love to see it. You play Janice a lot. What do you think of Janice recently with the Mirrodin
Well,
changes? A lot of people were saying that Mirrodin was the main reason he was so effective, and the Mirrodin changes, a lot of people are thinking that he's falling out of meta. What do you think?
okay. Personal opinion after playing him a little bit and doing a little bit more with Giannis and actually feeling like I'm doing less with Giannis. I just feel like the build that was making Giannis effective is having a lot of problems because you're not like we've seen now the rise of lifesteal builds, the rise of vampiric shroud, items like that you're not typically seeing built on Giannis. So I think he's struggling a little bit in the build department. And especially the Mirrodin change, I don't think is specifically as good because it worked so well with Giannis because of the fact that Giannis only really had one damaging ability to use the Mirrodin double ability on. So it was was the case of it was very effective for Giannis and a couple other gods, but was pretty much useless for everybody else. So I am glad that they made the change in order to make more use cases for it. However, it seems like it's kind of brought Giannis out a little bit. I still think a good Giannis can kind of make a lot of good work. I think Sequay is a very good Giannis, so I think we'll see some good things. Also, so Juke Boots is indeed still playing support, and Seth Taste of Defeat is playing Jungle Osiris. So, or actually,
Jungle Osiris?
No, wait. Unless they're going Erlang Shen solo, because I thought Quixote was their solo laner. So we will see how that goes out. We will be getting into the game very shortly. Hopefully, if everything decides to work out, I may have to restart my game again. We will see.
The fun and technical difficulties.
And I do have confirmation. Upbeat Bow is on the Sobek, and Godsend is on the Karakin. So it's Karakin support and Sobek solo lane. It changes things a little bit. Sobek is a pretty decent solo laner right now. We tend to both like and not like Sobek metas at the same time.
I don't know how I like that. I think that the Karakin would have prospered more in solo lane. I think Karakin dive is effective. I guess a Karakin Sobek and dive pretty effectively. Looking like Djungelskogs is looking for a straight W key after the 15-minute mark.
I mean, for me, I think both teams are have very aggressive comps. I mean, Giannis likes playing on the side, likes to do some, as people say, likes to do the big numbies from the side and try and do a little bit of a different play style. Soul does big damage, as we've seen. Erlang Shen, same thing. Very aggressive.
Soul does too much damage.
Soul does a lot of damage, I will say. We'll see that later. Anyway, thinking about the team comps, a part of me really does like Skog's lineup. I think personally, I would give comp wise, I would give the advantage to the side of Trash Pandas, because I think their draft is just a little. Their draft is definitely more standard, I will say, and yes. I think their comp is going to be a little bit easier to execute just because that type of comp has kind of been around for a while. Whereas you're not typically seeing a bracket support, you're not typically seeing a Sobek solo really much anymore until very recently. Hell hasn't been in the meta for a long time. So you're seeing a lot of different picks from them.
I think one issue that the Djungelskogs is going to run into is engage without setting themselves up for death. Because you have Blinks, you have Sobek, Blink, Sobek, Pluck, which kind of just sets Sobek in the middle of the team. You have Fenrir jump in or Blink with his ult, which kind of just sets him in the middle of the team. You have Kabrakan, Blink with his walls or his stun, which kind of just sets him in the middle of the team. While on the other side, you have something like Erlang, Blink, Taunt, which kind of just sets his whole team up to like blast whoever he taunts into. Or you have something like Fafnir Hammer to single target, just murder somebody. I think you have a little bit more reliable setup on the Trash Pandas, or engage on the Trash Pandas. than you do on the Djungelskogs, which I think that might be an issue, but we will see. We're still having technical difficulties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do think that the follow up on the Djungelskogs is a little bit better than Fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Between the AoE with Hell on her, because the Trash Pandas get caught lacking, just get blown up.
I do definitely think that the big advantage that Skogs has right now is on the side of Peel. You have Sobek Pluck to get people off of the Hell. You have Fenrir Stun. You have Fenrir Ult to bring them into the team. You have Kabrakan CC. You have On Her Pillar, On Her Stun, Hell Slows. You have a lot of CC on this team. Whereas Trash Pandas has Fafnir Hammer and Erlang Shen Root.
Pin.
He has Pin and his ult, which is the taunt. But other than that, realistically, their only CC is slows. And that just screams buy a wing blade and laugh your way to the Titan to me personally. But
I certainly agree there. I think that if this Hell can play a little bit further back than typical mages do, she can use that cleanse to just kind of alter a team fight.
Mm-hmm. We do look like we're actually going to be getting into game.
Outstanding.
Finally, we are going to be getting into game. With the all diamond skins on the side of the Skogs, we will be seeing this game finally at 2:29. I apologize, everyone. They had a little bit of lobby technical difficulties, but we are going to be starting very, very shortly. As soon as everyone loads into game.
You play Janus a little more than me. What do you think of Janus? I think it can be a super underwhelming ability. It doesn't. But...
Sorry, your audio is still cutting out.
Cutting out again?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this a little bit better? I'm talking a little bit louder.
That is a way better.
Okay. What do you think about Janus 3 is what I was saying. I think that it can be super underwhelming and not really impactful, but you play the God of Love.
I think it has its use cases and it's a decent ability. But I definitely think that it leaves a lot to be desired in terms of gameplay, or sorry, in terms of like CC personally. But I still think it does a lot for the god. It's just not his most impactful ability. Let's put it that way.
I certainly agree there. I think that the slow could be impactful, but I think it also can be negligible at times.
And I was wrong again. We are seeing the Erlang Shen solo with Fighter's Mask.
We are still seeing the picks and ban screen.
Oh, you are still seeing the picks and ban screen, but stream has the correct thing. Thank you for reminding me, because I did forget to switch over.
There we go.
I forgot to switch over because I had to restart my Smite like 4 times. Okay. Interesting. I'm really interested in this mid lane matchup. I am interested to see how many physical prots the Sobek has, because I think this build is dumb. Hold on.
He's easily sitting at like 50 or 66.
70 magical prots at level 1. Thank you.
The 70 comes from his passive.
Passive plus the 35 from Vamp Shroud and tier 1 Theoretical Plate Helm is very good. Oh, jump in from Drowsybat. Taste of Defeat brought very, very low. Beautiful, beautiful portal out there from Sequay to save the life of Taste of Defeat. They do get out with their lives. Beads burned from Reiku, unfortunately, but it happens.
What a portal.
What a portal. The question is, with Boots being gone, is Juke Boots buffed or is he nerfed? I guess that's the question. If he no longer has Boots, is he better or worse? Who knows? Does he Juke more or less? Godsend does go a little bit aggressive. Stun onto Juke Boots. Just getting some poke. He's going to jump out. Interesting note of the Mannequin Scepter on the Soul. You don't see that too often much anymore. Oh, jumping from the on her is going to just try and bully out these people as best they can. Erlang Shen is able to steal out of camp. I'm interested in the solo lane matchup because I know typically in the past, Sobek's job was basically just to neutralize lane and then be a late game guardian. Is that still the case now with the new builds and Vamp Shroud and things like that, or?
Yes, Sobek's skill pressure is next to none, unless you can get like a pluck under tower or you get a little bit of lead. Sobek doesn't do very damage. He's more of a facilitator type role. You're waiting for the late game, surviving lane. You don't really kill Sobek, and a Sobek doesn't really kill you. Kind of how that solo lane matchup works. Now, if Gyote here can utilize this pressure as no one can and get a little bit of lead, rotate out, and facilitate Sequay to get ahead on the scan, this could be a really snowball game. We'll have to see through that. The builds are looking pretty typical.
No shot that Hell gets full clear at level 4.
I'll get
Cud's
full clear level
busted.
3. Like, if you don't level your 2 on Hell, you get full clear at level 3.
My question is, correct, he is not leveling his 2. He does have 2 points in each. But you're definitely not using the... As you said, we're typically not using the 2 anyway. Let's see who does go for this. It's not going to end up... Gotta get...
I think this part of the game, the cleanse is the lowest actually looking for the road for Janice being safe.
As you say that, pluck onto the Sobek. They're just gonna smack each other for a little bit. Nobody's gonna die. As I say that, I do unfortunately miss the first blood. Kill over to X-Kano. First blood in the mid lane to Drowsy Bat. They are gonna kill L Lopers, sent back to the fountain. 2 Great Screen Simulator. Juke Boots is gonna stay alive. But Taste It If He does look like he wants to come in on this gank here. He is going to go in. Godson's going to back directly in front of him. The BM back is going to get hard punished by Taste It If Defeat. Ultimate is good. Goodbye, Godsend. Giannis Ultimate is also used in addition to that. They do get a return kill onto the support. Good play by both teams. The kill in mid lane went so fast. I was not able to catch them both. I apologize, but... Well, that was some action.
How's a quick first blood and second blood and third blood all in a matter of like a minute?
Unfortunately, you really hate to see the fact that the 2 deaths on the side of the 2 kills went to the jungler and the ADC of the Skogs, and the 2 deaths went to both backliners of the side of Trash Pandas. You kind of hate to see it, and as we see that, there are 3 people rotating over to this blue buff to try and check it. They're going to 3-man split these back camps and say, no, Taste of Defeat, you are not able to get your right side jungle. Goodbye, see you later. Yote is going to ward, but they're going to be spotted out. They rotated they put a lot of resources over onto this right side of the map. They're just going to get the get Scorpion and get out. As we say that, they're going to trade Scorpions. The left side is going to go over to the Trash Pandas.
Certainly seems like the Djungelskogs are really good. Trash Panda staying on top of their cooldowns on their jungle camps don't really suffer that much.
I do have an idea. Is your do you do push and talk or do you do
I just have
auto?
to.
You might want to lower your the sensitivity
On my headset?
on your Discord. See if that does anything. Like the voice activation sensitivity. Because it's like cutting out half of what you're saying. Not quite sure what the deal is. Oh, Reiko is going to be... Oh. Drowsy Bat does jump in, but unfortunately nothing's going to happen. A couple things burn. Jupit's going to get out for free. Relatively. We do see a Sunder on the side of the Kabrakan. Oh, unfortunately, I did not put these in the correct order. I apologize. Oh, and Eloper is going to be caught out here. Possibly is going to die before. Does get the immunity off, but Reiku does go in. Ex-Kano does get the ultimate over the wall. Desert Fury into Desert Death. Reiku picks up another kill. Sequay picks up Drowsy Bat. Oh my lord, there's a lot of things happening. If Kano turns around, he could possibly get Sequay here. Does take a lot of damage from the Unstable Vortex. Taste of Defeat is going to try and do his best. Jump in from Ex-Kano. Ultimate use from the Osiris. Believe it is called Lord of the Afterlife, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
It is indeed. Lord of the Afterlife is burned to get out. Very, very bloody game. I mean, I do think the advantage is still going to the Djungelskogs currently. They're still getting more out of these fights. We're seeing very aggressive play coming out of the Skogs dual lane, as we expect from the two of them. I definitely think they do want to. I don't know how much the Trash Pandas has played with Juke Boots and Elopers in their dual lane. I know typically their dual lane is Sequay and who is his user. So we will see if this is a new roster or if people are just aren't available today or what the deal is. But oh, and it looks like Elopers is just going to get solo killed by Kano. Oh my god!
Soul
we do see
damage.
the turnaround. The soul ultimate damage is going to be used, and Kano is going to fall, unfortunately, to the soul. Yeah, if you're Kano, you hate to see it. Kano's trolling right, or is rolling around in his chair right now. I'm sure.
Feeling bad. Is this a little bit better on the microphone?
It's way better, yes. We're gonna see Juke Boot stunned out, jump in, and then good ultimate trying to avoid the Penra damage. Is gonna get pulled, yanked back in. Lord of the Afterlife used on all three members. Oh, and beautiful, beautiful play from the Trash Pandas are going to take out Drowsy Bat. Taste of Defeat is going to be chasing into this fight, but is not going to really be able to get anything quite yet.
Now you will know pain.
I think Taste of Defeat, just be careful. Lots and lots of damage from that hell. Decay Restoration, that's what it's called. I'm getting there. Kano's doing this healthy run back at the purple where. Hold on.
Pulling an Iron Snake.
He is indeed pulling an Iron Snake. I'm pretty sure it's the what is it? Activation causation does burn the ultimate to try and get the purple buff. Does not end up getting it. Definitely playing up there. I mean, we're seeing the massive disparity in player damage, though. Kano is just doing massive work on this on her. Fire Giant does spawn at 10 minutes because they have already taken the whatever it's called. the Forpian, as is referred to by some. We're going to see Lopers looking for a ward in the enemy jungle. We'll see a little bit more words out of the solo lane, but I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm interested that we're seeing the Erlang Shen in solo as opposed to jungle.
I definitely agree. I think that Erlang Shen's placed the jungle. And Osiris, while he is a good jungler, I think curious to hear maybe later on we can ask why they chose this comp, why they would place those gods.
We are going to see pretty much just Farm Simulator as at the current moment. Not really much to be said about happening. We're seeing some dewarding, some fights over vision. Definitely. Godsaid looks like he wants to try and engage on Juke Boots here. Drowsy Bat is in position for this. If Juke Boots isn't careful, he might get caught out here. Yep. The immediate turn and jump away. But this means that the Skogs are going to start the Gold Fury pretty much for free. Godsaid does not end up getting the stun. Skogs does secure the Gold Fury. And Juke Boots is taking out lots and lots of damage from the side of Sequay, but unfortunately, No kills are going to go over, and Skogs is going to get out with the Gold Fury and all of their lives. Oh, speaking of that, Riku comes over, and El Lopers does not have a chance. He's goodbye, good, gone, good luck. As we said, the Quixote does come in from the solo lane rotation, is going to come over, Lord of the Afterlife, and he's going to pop the stun. Is unfortunately not going to make, is actually going to make it out, possibly. Taste of Defeat is very, very low, but Riku's going to heal up Godsend. There is no anti-heal to be had for the side of the Trash Pandas ever so quite yet. So hopefully we do see that, especially with this, with a Hell. I hope there is a Cursed Ankh pickup. Possibly a Divine Ruin
agree
of some sort.
on the Cursed Ankh pickup. I don't think that Trash fly anti-heal that well. Osiris 2, which is a small AoE, but that's not going to do very much. Janice is 2, while also very small AoE.
Oh, and they're going to dive this. Oh, and they do get the tower. Godsend is very, very low. Is most likely not going to live, but is going to get healed up by Riku and is going to get out. Unfortunately, Juke Boots does get out. Fortunately for him, but they do end up brute force in the tier 1 tower and do get it. We are seeing the backline of the Skogs do a lot of work on these picks. As I said, I know Riku has been very, very vocal about having about the Hell pick and how good he thinks it is, and we are seeing that today, absolutely. And we do see a Doomore pickup as well. I don't know. Boots being gone, they do more might be a little better than people give it credit for. I don't know.
I agree. I think the movement speed on it is kind of nutty.
Oh, and got some big stun out. Taste of Defeat. Lots of damage. He's probably going to have to use the Lord of the Afterlife to get out. Oh, if he almost does fall there, unfortunately. Goes immediately back. Does go back to base. That was a Fenrir ultimate burned as well. Oh, and Riku is just going to heal up every single little bit of damage Sequoia is doing to him. Godsend is taking a lot of poke here. He could possibly fall. He does not. He lives with a little sliver of HP. Is going to get healed up by Riku as much as possible. Jezebel gets out as well. Skogs are getting away with murder. I don't really know what's happening on the side of Trash Pandas, but they are definitely...
Seems like the Djungelskogs are a little bit more organized.
Kraken ultimate is used. Lots of ultimates burned. Drasibat's brought very, 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 very low. Ultimate used out from Kano. Sequoia goes down. Lopers picks up Godsend. Riku's in the middle of 3 people trying his best to stay alive. Is unfortunately not going to, but here comes Kano. Jumps out. Is able to do a little bit of damage. Upbeepo is in the middle of 3 people trying his best. Kano does burn the beads. Juke Boots gets taken out. Beautiful pluck by Bo into the tower. And they are looking to still fight this. Blink in from Quixote, but is thrown back. Triple kill to X Kano. And Upbeepo does not have the pluck available. Did use all of his abilities. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be able to pick up Taste of Defeat. I think he might still try anyway, because it is indeed Bo. Is going to get the ultimate out for free, though. So that is actually very, very good for them. Beautiful, beautiful play by the Skogs.
So much just happened.
I
almost felt like an arena game right there.
It does feel like an arena game in some respects. They're just kind of scrappy fighting all the time and hoping for the best.
I was gonna say before that popped off, with the pressure that they had mounted left the Djungelskogs, they had put on the T1, and the Trash Pandas decided to send Taste of Defeat over to right in order to put down the T1 for Trash Pandas against Djungelskogs. They're utilizing pressure on the other side of the map to facilitate the loss.
I will say, I don't think Drowsy has really had the damage impact that I think he was looking for with the Fenrir pick, but I do think he's performing it very well with having as much damage as possible. As we say that, lots of damage coming out of Juke Boots. And a free heal. Riku is still full HP after getting nailed with a Soul Gem procced. Unstable Vortex. Interesting that, so the Giannis is still opting for the Staff of Mirrodin. which I still think is a good item on him. Blink in from Taste of Defeat does go in, use the Zorley Afterlife. Giannis ultimate is burned. They're going to burn down Reiku. He is gone. The Bracken ultimate is used to be able to get everybody else out, which is very, very good for them. But also they are just going to go directly for this Gold Fury. With Reiku gone, this is going to be it's going to be a little bit of an easier Gold Fury for sure, but I definitely think they need to be careful because here comes the man himself, Kano. Sobek in the back line. Sequay is brought down. Drowsy Bat pulls Lopers into the middle of 3 people, but the Soul ultimate is still good. Jukeboot's going to get pulled back in by Bo. Kano does land the basics to get himself another kill on the board. 8, 1, and 4 on this on her. Oh, and the double blink in and the beads from Quixote as well. So he gets his Bo gets both relics by blinking over the wall and plucking. Good play from Bo. Oh, does unfortunately miss the pluck, but Sequay is in the middle of a rock and a hard place at the moment. He's in between a crocodile and a big scary Bracken is pulled out, but he's going to go directly into Reiku, and Reiku's going to take him out with the decay. Another kill over to the Djungelskogs. About a 5,000 gold, almost a 5,000 gold lead. This is a very, very scrappy game so far, ladies and gentlemen.
I was gonna say that I really liked the Trash Pandas call to pick off Reiku. Feeling an AoE gaming. And we have a gold free for doesn't look like anybody from Trash. Best.
Bo is zoning at the enemy purple buff, as he's prone to do sometimes.
I tend to like that strategy too, just the zoning by their fountain. I feel like it's super effective.
You're really not losing anything out of it. If you get the purple buff, great. If you don't, you're not going to die. It's usually pretty good. Because if he does go for the enemy blue buff, is going to be spotted out. He's going to get it in time, though. Gazbat's going to yank Taste of Defeat back over to Bo, though. He's stayed out. As I say that, they are not really going to get anything else out of here. Looks like there was a blink in from Godsend there. Unfortunately, not able to find anything. They are going to go for the Pyromancer instead. We do have Bo zoning. Are going to take out the Pyromancer for free. Bo's in the middle of 3 people doing as much CC as humanly possible. The dash goes out from the Erlang Shen, but unfortunately nobody's going to be able to kill anything just quite yet. Nobody dies. We do see anti-heal on the side of the Erlang Shen. Finally, thank God somebody bought anti-heal. And there's Cursed Ankh. Quixote is pulled in. Is going to be caught in between 4 people. Ex-Kano unstoppable on the on her. Sequay goes in, tries desperately to get Reiku, is going to be taken out by the Brutalize. But Reiku falls on the backside. Loper is going to be doing a lot of damage on this other side. Fenrir does take him out. Another kill over to Kano. He's going to get Juke Boost too. No, Drowsybat does take it, gets a double kill. And they look to the Fire Giant.
I certainly think that the Djungelskogs is way really good targets. But you can see that like, instantly as Loper showed his face inside the fire pit, the whole team turned on him. Yeah, it looks like they're just going to secure this fire giant. I think that this Quixote on is getting this animosity. I think animosity is broken.
I mean, we are looking at a significant disparity in the ADC lane right now. Kano is 4 levels above, 10 and 1, almost has a full build. Yes, Kano, we saw the accidental buy the leader's cowl. I'm not gonna let you get away with that. Did buy the leader's cowl, realized it was wrong, sold it, went for the hunter's cowl. I will not let him live that down because he stinks. But other than that, I think this is well played with both teams. I don't think Trash Pandas is playing poorly. I think they're definitely having a little bit more scrappy fights than they would like. And they definitely they're struggling in these team fights because the Skogs are having a lot as we said, a lot better target selection. Ultimate arrow from Quixote, but there's 4 people here. The Curse Dunk is going to be used to make sure that Erlang Shen heals absolutely nothing. And they're going to look for this tier 2 tower in the right side. They could possibly clear out towers, or they could decide to go for the Phoenix. I don't know if they're going to go for the bird push, but
I certainly
might
think
at
here they
that.
should go for the bird push. They have the minion. Quixote's still dead. They have a 45. I think this could be end of game also if the Dark Knights don't play.
Yeah, I would agree. If they get a good right fight here, they do pop the frenzy. Already go in. Bows in the middle of 4 people zoning. They get that bird faster than I have ever seen. It helps when your hunter is very, very ahead. And now they're going to go for towers. They're definitely going for mid tower here. A little bit of damage from the soul. But the more I'm seeing this hell pick, the more I like it. It worked out a lot more early game than it is now, but I also think that Hell is definitely more of an underrated pick in terms of being flashy, because Hell is not necessarily going to get all the kills, but you're going to be making sure that you're healing your team. You're
Hold
going
up.
to be making
Did
sure
you see that damage on Soul earlier in the game?
Exactly.
Not getting all the kills. What do you mean?
Well, I'm just meaning they have been focusing the Hell a little bit, which is what's been allowing Kano to do Kano things and kind of run this game. Blink and Elopers is brought down. Aegis, good Aegis is used, but Brutalize is better. Lots of ultimates are used. I can't really even see what's happening. Juplit's brought very low. Upbeat Bow has a double kill.
Tremors.
On to Taste of Defeat. Quixote goes down as well. Double kill, triple kill next Kano. Is that a quadra kill?
Triple kill.
Oh, I thought that was a quadra kill. It is a triple kill over to. Oh yeah, no, because Bo got a double and Kano got a triple. That is going to be the end of the game. All 2 Phoenixes down. End of the game. Game 1 goes to the Skogs.
I think that Trash Pandas just took a little bit too many fights. They started getting into a deficit. They still were taking the fight. The deficit kept growing. I think that was one issue that we had there.
I will say I'm gonna do it for Cody because he did post it in chat. Yes, I will check player healing. That's what I'm saying. It's not that you weren't doing damage. It's the fact that the player healing is really what brought the hell pick. Yes, the 10,000 player healing. He healed for almost as much as Soul did in the entire game. I agree. Hell broken. I would also say the Erlang solo pick. I don't necessarily know if that was their best foot forward, but we shall see. So we are going to see a game 2 out of these teams as we go into. Oh, we do get confirmation. So Eugene did pick, or sorry, let me rephrase that. Godson did pick the Sobek for himself originally, and then they possibly decided to switch that over to Bo later on in the draft and toss Bo onto the Sobek, which I think performed very, very, very well. We know Bo.
Oh.
And then a classic Eugene move said, "I don't want it. I don't blame you, Bo. I'm so sorry you have to deal with him every day." Anyway, we will be getting game 2. I do need to restart my game as we are in between. So the question is, what do the Trash Pandas have to do to stop the pain train from being on their way?
I certainly think that the Trash Pandas have to utilize the jungle pressure. Like if they choose to pick the Osiris again, I think that Osiris provides early pressure because the warrior natural base protections and damage is a little bit higher than normal player, like Fender. But I also think that the Trash Pandas need to mitigate their losses.
Sorry, drink a sip of water. Oh. My Discord just died. Hello? Stream, can you still hear me?
Welcome back.
Hello? My Discord decided to off itself for a little bit, so hopefully stream can still hear me. Load up the command split as my computer decides to reboot itself, or Smite decides to reboot itself. I also think that they definitely need a little bit more CC on the side of the Trash Pandas, and they were really suffering from their engage was a Blink Osiris tether.
Yeah.
And that was kind of
yes.
it. So I think they need maybe possibly a little bit better engage than that.
And it seemed like the Djungelskogs were set on their engage with the Sobek pluck. Every time you see the start of a fight with the Sobek pluck, whoever got plucked in was surrounded by 4 people and just got eviscerated.
Mm-hmm. And then the Karaka just came over and said, "Ha ha ha! You want to play the game? No, thank you." So
Tremors go burr.
tremors do indeed go burr. That's for sure. That's for sure. That rhymed. Ha ha ha. Okay.
Hey,
I don't know why Smite is deciding to not load. It wouldn't be a Phoenix cast without technical difficulties. I apologize.
in the nickname.
And Smite crashed. Okay.
Nice.
Attempt number 2.
I also don't think that the Djungelskogs any particular pick was an issue. I think it was just their team play was better. They had target selection. And I think that what they did could be done with any god, particularly with similar kits and or.
It's still cutting out again.
Oh no!
Hopefully Smite loads. I think that was a good game though. I am hoping that because I don't believe that is Trash Panda's main roster. I do believe they have a little bit of a different setup. So hopefully, if people like weren't awake or weren't able to play game 1, maybe they're in for game 2. Who knows?
That would be awesome. On the stream, seeing what I'm seeing.
No, they're still seeing the other screen.
Well, if you wanted to adjust the Djungelskogs have one.
Sorry, hold on. I need to. All right, and we should be good to go.
Mannequin Hidden Blade is still bugged. Correct?
I believe so. I have not checked ban content in a little bit. I was going to do it right before our set. Oh, as we say that, we are going to be getting into picks and bans. And as we see, same thing as game 1. They're going to run back the Ares ban. I don't blame them. I don't want to see Godsend on Ares either. Completely understandable. It is going to be the same roster, so they are not going to be making any changes to that necessarily. Oh, interesting. So they.
What was that?
Sorry, we are going to ban away the Sobek, and we do also see a Gilgamesh ban on the side of the Skogs. They don't want to deal with Gilgamesh. I don't blame them. I think Bo was a menace on that Sobek. You don't want to see him playing that again. I agree. Get it out.
Exactly what I was about to say. I could see a Sobek ban. I think Sobek has a lot of setup. And just general wall pinkiness.
I wish we had more mods in our chat that could do the predictions instead of me having to do them. As I'm trying to do picks and bans. Tiamat banned out. I don't blame them. Possibly that Sequoia doesn't play Tiamat or what the deal is. I still think if you want to play for Tiamat, you don't need to ban her because it forces the people on the team on Chaos side to have to deal with the Tiamat, or either deal with the Tiamat or ban it themselves.
I certainly agree. I think that Tiamat is so strong, needs to be insta ban. So if you have first pick, you can play to grab the.
We do see the same ban, the Odin ban again from game 1. They do not want to see the Odin. I did hear from our good friend Parrot that what is it called? That Odin is one of the better solo laners in the game currently.
Super
Because as he said, he's tanky and he does a lot of damage. So
think that
Odin thinks, and his cage is up very often. Yes, John, I do think you're cute, by the way. Anyway, we do see. Ooh, interesting. So we do decide to see the Giannis one trick himself return to his throne. Cody picks up the Giannis. Does not decide to go for the hell again. I agree. Take it away from Sequay. I think he was doing a lot of work on the Giannis. Especially, he was doing a lot of work on the Giannis early game. He didn't really get much happen later on. And sorry, I forgot to mix up the score. Skogs are up one game. Oh, we got the Eugene special. The Cerberus is picked up early. Is it going to support, or is he going to troll Bo and give it to Bo later? Who knows? We shall see eventually.
Typical Eugene. I think that Cerberus provides a lot of team fight presence. He in Hamon is an engage with his Blink ult. He has slows, strips protections. He also steals healing. And he has a stun if you're a sniper. Never seem to hit that stun though.
Actually, I do have the rosters up now. Thank God. Okay.
Yeah.
We will see what the so we are seeing them run back to Soul, which I think was a good idea. I don't think Elopers played badly whatsoever. I think he just kind of got into a situation where the On Her was so far ahead and he really couldn't do much except for farm, and then he wasn't in the team fights, and then it wasn't really able to do anything. But a god that I have not seen play in a very, very, very long time is going to be locked in for Juke Boots, the Athena. I still think Athena is very strong. A lot of people do not want to deal with that. No,
everybody will say confound or taunt. Is probably the best ability.
Listen to my words.
Non-ultimate ability.
The Hunbots is picked up as well. So they have Athena, Hunbots, and Soul. They really want to do a lot of good team fighting. I think that was their biggest problem last game, is they did not have a comp that was going to team fight particularly well in terms of crowd control.
Now that's all they got. They have so much crowd control between the Hunbots and the Athena.
And in answer to the Hunbots, there is an instant pickup for Drowsybat on the Oelix.
I don't necessarily think that the Djungelskogs had to pick up the Oelix there. I don't think that Oelix was going to get banned out or counterpicked, considering you see the Hunbots on the other side.
I think part of it, they might be looking very confident going into game 2, especially with how game 1 went.
I certainly agree there.
Okay, we do see a Chiron ban out of the side of Trash Pandas. Do they ban the On Her? That's my question. Do they ban the On Her?
I think it's one of those questions if they fear the Jingwei or the On Her more at this point.
We do see I keep on forgetting that Morgan is under T. Morgan is banned out, and then instantly the On Her is gone. And an interesting pickup. So it does seem to look like the Cerberus is going to go solo because Horus is locked in on the side of the Skogs. You're hover, but not locked in quite yet.
I'm a monster!
And
The law returns to this land.
Oh, don't troll me, Kano. Don't troll me. Oh, actually, well, interesting. It goes a little bit of a different way than I thought he was going to go. Kano locks in the Amzenkob. The bee is here and ready to frag. Kano has the AMC, so they're running Amzenkob Horus dual lane, Giannis in the mid lane, Cerberus in solo, and Oelix in jungle. On the side of Trash Pandas, we have a tier in the solo lane, Hunbots in the jungle, Scylla in mid lane, Soul in ADC, and Athena in support. All right, in terms of team comps, which one do you got?
Oh, this is a tough one. I certainly like the Trash Pandas draft. I think it's my better than last game. They have a lot better engaged between the Hunbats, Blink, Alt, Gear, Blink, Fearless, Athena, Blink, but the Djungelskog, high execution, like Mifflin loves to say in the FPL. It's high execution, but heavily rewarded. I think that the Horus Amazon Cobb has early kill pressure, and if they get that early kill pressure, I think the Amazon Cobb can run this game. But I think that the Trash Pandas, they hold out, they have the better late game fight. Certainly be a good game to watch. I'm excited.
I am very, very excited for this game. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. As we're quickly getting into game, hopefully soon. As everyone loads in and gets ready to go. Are good to start. Be joining our teams in game for game 2. Skogs up 1. Trash Pandas is looking to make their statement on game 2. They have a very good comp. Definitely a little bit. It just seemed to be a little bit more thought out than their game 1 comp. Personally, I do tend to like it. I do want to give the edge in drafts. I think that Trash Pandas, as we said, has an easier to execute comp. It's you have the Hunbots engaged, which then gives you the Athena taunt, which then gives you the Scylla damage, and then into death, and then into rinse and repeat. Whereas I think Skogs has a little bit of a different way of playing because you have the way Giannis tends to play. Wheelix hopefully will get a very early advantage is the idea. And then you have the AMC Horus dual lane, which I'm not quite sure how that dual lane is necessarily going to go. Looks like they're having a taunt party and a dance party over on the side of Skogs, and they're having a little bit of fun today. I'm interested to see what I'm assuming he's going to start his 2. I'm actually very curious.
I've seen a lot of. I've seen the Panda Cat and that man.
It's cutting out again. Just, you know.
Oh, is it because I'm talking a little bit quieter? I was talking a little.
I honestly think it might be because I think it. Are you so you don't do push to talk, right?
No, I
I think the input volume is too low, which then is getting. Oh, speaking of that, Godson's going to be very, very, very much poked out on this Horus. It's going to have to be careful. Kano's going to do some damage. Kano and Godson are both already level 2. Oh, blinking from Drowsy Bat. Oh, beads out from Sequay for free. And that's something you really love to see if you're that Awilix, because you are directly coming back to that lane immediately. Oh, the Horus damage is a lot. Kind of does not get the damage enough to kill, unfortunately. You're going to see a little bit of an advantage over to the side of Trash Pandas in terms of farming for now. Quixote is going to try and do a lot of damage to Bo. We did not see. I mean, granted, yeah, there's a Sobex. That's probably why we're not going to see a solo kill in the game last game.
Ooh, interesting build path by Quixote on the gear. Yeah, fighter smack. I think that's
Loki's got very, very low.
Hello?
Yes, sorry. there was some something that I had to take care of. So, getting back into this game, I mean, Taste of Defeat is going to be over on the left side of the map. Right side of the map. Sorry, I need to get my directions correct. I'm interested to see, so we do see the Soul pick up the Manic Scepter again. I mean, I get the idea because it gives you the early pressure and it gives you physical defense, especially if you're against 2 physicals. I don't hate it, but I also don't necessarily like it either. I just think that Vamp Shroud is just a little bit too good right now with first sustain. Catson's going to knock up Juke Boots, is going to do a lot of damage. The Horus pressure is definitely real. It's not going to take damage from the Stellar Burst, and they're going to go directly for the purple buff and say, this is ours now.
I agree with you on the man. Like after level 7 to 8, and you pretty much lose a starter item. Wait until like typically you would go Mannequin Hidden Blade in the late game, and how give you back your starter. It'd be bugged currently.
Oh, Elopers seems to be caught out. And actually, what's interesting is that Vamp Shroud gives more physical protection and gives you 100 health. So actually, technically, Vamp Shroud is going to be more defensive than Mannequin Scepter is, and I don't necessarily love the idea, but you know, it's fine. We are seeing the dual lane of the side of the Skogs doing a lot of player damage, as we can expect from an AMC Horus. They're going to be doing a lot of poke damage, lots of small hits, if you will, until Horus kind of gets everything else online. Riku is going to be caught out here. Wrong button. I apologize. He's going to have to burn the bees and the portal to get out. So ultimate used on the side of Taste of Defeat, beads and portal used on the side of... Oh, as we say that, Sequoia looks like caught out a little bit. Oh, ultimate from Jazabat is not good, unfortunately. Oh, it is going to be taken very, very low by the Scylla I'm a Monster, but is not going to be taken out just quite yet. But here comes the Horus. Does get stopped in his tracks. Oh, Taste of Defeat is brought down very low. Is going to get jumped over. He's going to go down, but the tier ultimate over the wall. Quixote does pull Godsend directly in. Is going to try and do as much damage as possible, but is not going to get it. Sequoia is going to live. But here comes Juke Boots. Is not going to end up having anything brought back up on the backside. 1-for-1 trade. First Blood does go over to the... Oh, we just got First Blood, right?
Yes. We just got
Yes,
First
she
Blood.
got the First Blood and then
the
down to zero.
revenge
Okay.
kill. I
Kano's...
think that Sickum by Scylla was massive.
It was a
if
very,
that had
very,
not
very
hit
root.
Godsend, she would 100% dead.
This is true. Kano decides not to offer the purple buff invade. Does decide to just go for the Scorpion instead.
I think that he didn't go for the purple buff invade.
Oh, we are seeing a Horus ultimate.
Let's show them what airborne means.
They have drop shipped into the red buff and look to be doing. They do steal it away. Godsend takes the red buff. Does almost got portaled out, but does end up jumping away. Horus ultimate used. Red buff stolen. Easy game. Well, not easy game, but they're definitely walking away, chuckling back to the bank on that one. Looking to just get a little bit more farm advantage.
I think that was worth. I don't think Horus is going to be super impactful.
Oh, it is 100%. That's
100
worth it.
second. And then you get the red buff timer set up for your stage.
I absolutely agree. Especially since they have not taken Scorpion yet. See if he does opt to look and get the timer on the enemy red buff. Just get a little bit of advantage back. Juke Boots looks like he wants to go in on here, but they know he's there. They spot him out. They have a ward.
This Quixote build is
Jump in from Juke Boots. Taste of Defeat. Oh, Sequoia does burn the ultimate to try and get Dressbat. Dressbat blinks out, but Reiku comes in with the ultimate. Does burn Sequoia's health bar. Godsend takes him out. Kill secured by the Horus, and they're going to body block Juke Boots in for his life for hire. Oh, Quixote, as we say that, is going to jump over. Is going to get Dressbat caught in a rock and a hard place, but is going to get brought down very low. Weakness ultimate is used. Stellar Moonlight used. Taste of Defeat is going to also try and fight this as best as possible. Lots of damage in. Portal is good from Reiku. Does he have an unstable vortex used? But never mind. Godsend has enough damage to take him out. Killing spree over to the Horus. 3-0-2.
You never want to see that a Horus with a killing spree. Horus damage is nutty in the early game, and then when he gets to run the game with a lead, it's just oppressive.
Oh, as we say that, there's a trade over in the dual lane. Both ADCs go down. It is not Kano dying alone. Both do go out. Both ultimates are used. They both popped ultimates and both died. So I guess that's definitely a trade. I don't know if it's a trade they want to take, but it's a trade nonetheless.
What do you think of these mid laner builds between the Conduit Gem and the Sands of Time starts into the Chronos method?
We are going to see the Chronos Pendant. I mean, I've still been seeing that a decent amount as I was scratching my head, and unfortunately, as I say that, another kill is going to happen. Sequay goes down and falls to the side.
like Rachel
got the kill. Oh, as we say that, Juke Boots is going to go down. I could not click on it fast enough. Reiku on a killing spree as well. Taste of Defeat looks like he wants to go in here. Drowsybat spots him out. He's trying to get the basic attack to use the Feather Step, but unfortunately is not going to be enough quite yet. Godson's looking for this, as is Bo. A lot of people are here. Fear No Evil is burned. Kyote is going to try and get some damage out, but another ultimate, Serb ultimate is used, pulled back into the Wheelix. Godsend with another kill, 4-0-4 on this Horus, but the I'm a Monster absolutely rips through the health bars. But Sequay looks like he might go down here. Juke Boots is trying desperately to get a return kill, is just not doing enough damage. Sequay trying to do a little damage. He's looking very, very... Juke Boots does use the ultimate to get away onto Sequay all day. Oh, they spot them out here. This could be a kill for Sequay. He doesn't... Oh, my lord. Oh, and Godson gets another kill. 5-0-5. And Reiku does end up using the portals to get some damage out, but unfortunately, it's not quite enough. Juke Boots really, really wants to fight this. They're very, very low. Quixote is on his way.
I'm molding in my chair right now. They're just... This is
He's gonna pull Bo back in. Bo's gonna actually jump away from the Fearless. Quixote does jump over, is gonna use his ultimate, but Godson is very low. Taste of Defeat takes out Drowsybat. They're gonna possibly dive this. They're gonna dive the tower for both of these kills. Horus ultimate is used to try and get himself out of there. It is a good play. It looks like they're gonna still dive. The Fear No... Oh, sorry, I tripped on words. Fear No Evil is used. Bo is very, very low. Bo takes him out. Ultimate is used. Juke Boots is very low. I don't think Gotson's going to be able to get these kills, though. They almost turned that.
My God. What is happening?
Oh, wait. And the cheeky steal the blue buff. Breaker takes it. That's mean. That's bullying.
Okay, let's reassess here. Yes. Looked like Trash Pandas were just trying to get the 3 low people on, right? They just kept funneling the tower, acting as a 6-man. Well, I guess third. Just did work. Godsend with the stone. He's
The
confident.
5-0-6 Horus.
5-0.
He has been involved of 11 out of the 12 kills. Oh, Juke Boots, so they are going to commit the Athena ultimate for Kano. Beads are used, beautiful beads. But as they say that, they're going to drop ship. The ultimate is good through space and time onto Juke Boots in the portal. He's going to go out as well. Oh, I keep on forgetting Fear No Evil's name. Fear No Evil, there is a lot of blinks in from the side of the Skogs. Sequay's doing a lot of damage. Drowsybat's going to be brought very, very low. Is he able to get it? Kano does get hit with I'm a Monster. Godson gets another kill. But unfortunately, everybody else does fall. These are such weird fights.
They're super weird. I don't know why Trash Pandas.
Thrusters engaged.
Oh, and Godson's going to go over for the solo kill onto Sequay. Does he get it? He is up a level, and he's just going to bully him for a little bit. Godson does have the stone cutting sword fully built and available, ready to go.
I think if Godson hit that too on the onto the Scylla was dead.
I don't know if she was dead, but definitely would not be in a position to be still farming, that's for sure.
Build's looking pretty typical, except that Fighter's Mask on the tier. I don't know. I can't get over that.
Does Bo steal away the blue buff?
Yes.
Yes, he does. And actually, I would say he might just jump over the wall and give the one basic that tower needs to kill it. Yeah. Well, he wants to get his wave, which is completely understandable. There is a drop ship over to the side of the left. However, Taste of Defeat does fall to Kano, bites off a little bit more than he can chew. The Stinger is good. Unfortunately, the Hunbots is not able to do as much as he wanted to in that. They are going to pop the Frenzy. Drowsybat is looking for this Scylla. Soul Ultimate has been burned as well. They're going to try and steal it. Unfortunately, it's not enough. Drowsybat's going to be taken out, but that's 3 ultimates used on the side, or two ultimates used on the side of Trash Pandas for a Gold Fury going over to the Skogs.
This game is so chaotic.
It's very... It's just very scrappy. Is the biggest thing it's been, because there's just a lot of things happening all at once, and it's not really a consistent team fight, really. It's kind of, oh, this is happening, and oh, this is happening, and oh, wait, Godsend has 6 kills. When did that happen? I can guarantee you Kano is raging right now that Godsend's been stealing his kills.
I mean, Kano's only got 1 assist. I don't think...
I just say that Kano does go down, does try and fight the 1v2, does not win the 1v2, unfortunately. Does fall. As we say that, his defeat is in the middle of 3 people, is going to fall to the unstable vortex to the dome. Sequoia is knocked up, is taken out. Upbeat Bow, does he have his jump available? Does not. Trying to use the Ghastly Breath to get it, but the Horus ultimate is good. Fortunately, Reiku does not land it. Beautiful Aegis there. They're still trying to fight. Juke Boots is going to be taken out very, very, very low. Godsend's going to be unstoppable on the Horus. 7, 0, and 8. Dear Lord, what does this man eat for breakfast? I want it. And they're going to go straight for the Fire Giant Scorpion and take it for free.
One upside for the Trash Pandas is that Soul is a head rate.
That Soul does have a significant lead over Kano, I will say that. Once Soul starts, Soul's going to be chunking in these fights. The only problem with that is I think that Godsend is going to be going directly onto the Soul whenever the Soul decides to show up. So I think it's going to be very difficult for the Soul to make anything happen, but we'll kind of see how they decide to do anything. Gyote is brought in, ultimate use from Drowsybat. Oh, and the Fear No Evil is good to get them away. Upbeat Boat does jump in. Here comes Godsend. And Drowsybat picks up another kill. Oh, and Junkoots gets a good taunt on 3. They are going to pop the Frenzy in order to burn down the Athena. They're going to body block her in, but oh, the I'm a Monster over the wall is going to take him out. Godsend with another kill secure on the side of the Horus. Kano, come get your mans. Jeez. Sequoia is going to try and hold off this tower for his best. He's going to try his best. Oh, is not going to be able to. Oh my lord, that damage from Reiku is way too good. Kano's coming in. Reiku is on a rampage as well. 5-0 and 10 on the Giannis. 8-0 and 10 on the Horus.
As I was saying,
boy,
or as I was gonna say, is while the Soul has a lead and that's an upside for the Trash Can, there's a significant deficit in the mid lane, and Reiku just keeps running. He's trying to catch up to how many kills that Godsend had.
Taste of Defeat wanted the one of the oracles, and Reiku said, "No, no, no, not today."
Reiku said,
does use the 3 space and time to burn it. Interesting. So Reiku just opt for the Spirit Desolation.
I think
3rd item.
6-0 and 10. The assist and the kills gives the cooldown off the field. I believe that's why he's going to Spirit Desolation. Game is a high kill game, and kills with Spirit Desolation just provides so much utility.
No, I agree. I think Spirit Desolation on us is. I think it's an underrated item personally. I don't think enough people build it, but oh, beads out from Quixote. He's gonna be jumped in from Upbeat Bow. He's gonna use his ultimate as well. He does get out for free. Oh, Cerberus doing Cerberus things. Drowsybat is taken out. Through space and time is burned. This is a very low Fire Giant. Skogs do secure it. Sequoia uses the ultimate, trying to do his best, but there just isn't enough damage on the board. Godson Divine is going to use the Horus ultimate. Loper is caught very, very low. They're going to drop ship in. Godson is going to blink over. Is going to take out the soul, possibly? Connor takes him out, yes. And Sequoia is running for his ever sweet life. The level 17 Cerberus with a Fire Giant is running after him, but they are going to take out the tier 2 tower instead.
I might have to pull Cerberus in our game later. This looks like so much fun for Bo. He's just W keying at anybody and everybody.
Oh, and here comes the dropship. Sequoia is brought down very low. Juke Boots does come in. Looks like he's just going to come in just to die. Does land directly in the portal. Lots of damage out from Juke Boots, but unfortunately it's not going to be quite enough. Uppy Bo gets another kill. Another kill over to the Skogs. We have a significant gold disparity now. We're about 10,500 gold up. Dear Lord. I want to know what Eugene had for breakfast this morning. That's for sure.
Man said his Wheaties. He's going on. Right now he's on a Divine. He's going through, and next is an Unstoppable. If I'm not wrong.
I just... Eugene and his kill. Eugene's kill securing, that's for sure. Oh. Guardian, by the way. Oh, and unfortunately through space and time he does not land, but Bo takes him out with the paralyzing spit. Oh my lord. Seth is not having a good game today, ladies and gentlemen. He's not having as much fun as he would normally want to.
You can see the disparity in the player damage chart right now. The support, the lowest damage on the Skogs is still higher than the highest damage on Trash Pandas.
Okay, my question is, we have a 13,000 gold disparity, 19,000 experience. What does Trash Pandas do to come back in this game?
It's one of those 99%ers. I think the only way that they come back is the significant mistake from the Djungelskogs and this soul popping off, which it doesn't look like it's gonna be able to do.
Looks like the soul is just going to be taken out here. Cody comes in from the side. His unstable vortex is good. Juke Boots is caught in between three people. Another killing spree. This looks to be the game-ending push for the Skogs. Reiku is going to pop his ultimate to try and get a little bit of damage onto the side of Tasted Defeat. Does not land it, unfortunately. Is going to push up mid lane as we have a push in the left lane from the Skogs. Quixote brought very, very, very low, and Uppy Bo gets another kill. Jumping in on Tasted Defeat. He is just going to be zoning just so they get the Phoenix. And Reiku and Drowsybat are going to take out the mid Phoenix as well. They're going to drop ship in over to the mid Phoenix and go directly to the right Phoenix, get all three of them out. And then possibly look for an end call here. I don't know if they will, because Lopez is going to be up in 2. Jupit's is there. Oh, Tier 2 tower is still there. Well, they're trolling, but it's fine. They are looking very, very strong.
Yeah.
Soul damage is going to be good. Oh, and Sequoia is getting burned by Bo right now. Goes in the middle of 3 people. Tasted Defeat just gets absolutely exploded. Upbeat Bo does bring the soul up in the air. Is going to be taken very low. The jump lands. Ooh, very big ultimate out there from Sequoia. They're trying their best to hold on, but I think the Skogs are just a little bit too strong right now. And they look like they're going to be going for the end call here. Drowsybat blink in from behind. Sequoia is taken out. Does go directly into the fountain for the kill divine from Reiku. I want to know how much damage that ability did. Holy crap.
His whole life bar.
That's a lot of damage, and that's game 2 over to the Djungelskogs.
Executing tactical retreat. Cover me.
Very quick 2-0. Well played to both teams. I think Trash Pandas really, really struggled in game 2, especially trying to make anything happen against the squad of the Skogs. Well played to both teams, but the 2-0 goes to the Skogs.
9-0 and 19 and 9-0 and 17. Support in the mid laner. Outstanding set from Reiku. I think he did really well on the Hell first game too. Outstanding set from Godsend. His Bracken playing game was also exquisite. Bo did really well game 1 and game 2 between the Sobek Clucks setting up. I think it was 4-0 and 14 in game 1, 6-1 and 16 this game. Outstanding game.
Mhm.
Hana was 7-3 and 8. I think game 1 he was 10-1, 4 or something like that. I think the Djungelskogs just came in with a plan and executed that plan really well.
I would agree. All right, so I think that is going to be it for today. Let me just get the prediction set up so we can, or not set up, but done so we can get their channel points and all set. Skogs do win game 2. I think that is going to be it for us. So, just as a little bit of an update, we will be seeing on this channel, pulling up the schedule as we speak. Actually, two of the people that are going to be in this game, Godsend and Upbeat Bow, are going to be casting the Ice Age Odin division versus Banana Clan Odin division, Teddy versus Alpaca. I'm excited. It's going to be a banger of a set. And on the side of Valhalla C2, we do have it's going to be the Skogs Loki division and Ice Age Loki division casted by Freaky and Orimer, who's going to be his first cast for the league. So I'm excited for that. So we'll see that at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is going to be at about an hour and a half. So we will see y'all then.